writing and directing partner, Kevin Finn, and my producer, Sean Keegan. They've been here with us for lots of the screenings. We've been tag teaming a lot of these. So if they're around, I don't know, because I don't know if they'll be showing up to this one, but I almost expect them to just drop in somewhere. So just from the balcony, maybe. So I don't know if they're here. You're welcome to come up. But anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for helping with the movie, by the way. In any possible way. Like, everybody had some kind of part in this movie. Whether it was, donating to it, or if it was just giving me the idea by requesting E.T. so many damn times. Or just supporting, Cinemassacre and everything. So this is a community effort, this film. And when you see it, it's going to be like, you're going to see 8 years of my life flash by in 2 hours. So, y'all ready to see this damn movie? That was amazing. Great crowd. Thanks a lot. Cool. And I guess we also have a ninja in the audience, a glitch gremlin, Kevin Finn. Yo, we got one. I can't figure out this other one.
Read the instructions! This one has glitches.
It's a glitch one. That's the bad luck Bootsy one. The white switch. Oh, we got it. Ta-da! We did something. Also, we have another special guest. A very rare public appearance. Come on out. Just to demonstrate some of the practical effects of the movie. And there's no guarantee it's going to work right now, but we're gonna give this a shot. Let's see. Here we go. So you might want to hold his ass or something. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Towards me. Let's do some profile. Here we go. I've underestimated you. So as well. Cyber, it'd be like, I And the voice was Robbie Rist, Michelangelo from the live-action Turtle movies. Cousin Arnold on the Brady one. We had a special effects team that did this guy, and they did Death Watsis also. It was a suit monster. That would have been too complicated to bring up here. Basically, we had this team of Frank Balzer, Josh Russell, his wife Sierra Russell, and David Woodruff, son of Tom Woodruff Jr., who did the Xenomorph aliens. And it was a modern monster movie effects guy, and it was the Gillman and Monster Squad, all kinds of cool stuff. So it's cool to get him to do this guy here. He looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Yeah. All right, so we're going to do a really short Q&A here, and yeah, so I guess let's just start it up. So who wants to go first? You can set him down now. You can even.
Can't believe he's here.
We'll just. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Hey, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know, how did that general guy lost his lights in the first place?
In the first place? love to do a prequel. Oh yeah, man, it's buried, huh? Yeah, keep it buried. Like I said, people submit videos and everything.
And my question is, the general, after he lost his second arm, how does he keep moving his...
We never thought about that. We were like, okay, well, he's got the joystick all the time. And before, we just thought, like it wouldn't be so obvious that he'd be like always having to operate. But then when we saw how it worked, we're like, okay, you can clearly see he's like moving it with his joystick. So when he's got no arms, it's like, all right, fuck it. It's just like, it's just an autopilot.
That tank was fantastic because he's a big guy, he could barely fit in that tank chair. He's clearly kind of under there, just kind of going like this. There's no mechanism, very low budget. But yeah, like so many of these like crazy tyrannical people running the world at this point, I think they're just like anyone that's like isn't about global unity. You know what I mean? Like they'll just keep destroying themselves piece by piece, just blow an arm off, blow that off. So that's kind of how I do it. Tank chair, baby.
He's wearing a power glove on his wang.
There you go. That's the only option left. Hey,
First of all, greetings from Canada.
oh, thank you. So in Montreal last week I had those sorts of time.
Hey, you should have just, saw us in Montreal.
Thanks for
Yeah, all the way.
My question is what you're going to do with Cinemassacre after this movie, if there's any plans to sort of open it up as to other productions or even getting other content creators for the website or even...
I don't think a whole lot's going to change. I'm going to go back to making videos and stuff, and but at the same time, I'll always be figuring out how to balance making web videos and making movies, which is two things I love. So, I'm planning to jump on the next movie immediately, but it'll happen sometime soon after. Hey.
How'd you know about filming the Doug Walker cameo? Did you send a camera guy over there, or did he film it himself over the set?
I was there actually. I drove all the way across the country to LA when we filmed this, and then drove all the way back. And on my way back, I went through Chicago, and we filmed the cameo with them. So it was a lot of things. We would have gotten more cameos too. It would have been cool to get Spoonie, and I was talking to Breno Floss about it one time. It could have kept on going, but then it got to a point where we already filmed most of the main parts that we needed, that needed to be in the story. And then it was kind of like, oh, let's fit in a bunch of cameos for fun. And it also had to work out with everybody's schedule. Like we had to be in the same place. A lot of times when we were at a convention together, we would always try to meet up with people and do cameos. But then, at conventions we're always so busy, so it was just a matter of time and stuff. And but Doug, yeah, of course I had to get Doug. So I went to Chicago.
You have to make him supple too.
Yeah. All right. Hey, right here.
Is the sequel going to include Superman at that price?
Super Mega Death Christ was the same family tree as Death Watsis and Shit Pickle and Monkey Cheese, because that was all characters that Mike Batey and I came up with in college. So the character of Death Watsis is actually older than the nerd himself. I think because we did a spoof of Wizard of Oz 3, Dorothy Goes to Hell. And then that's where a lot of those characters originated. But then if we were going to do a fourth one, then we were like, okay, well, what can be worse than Satan? Because Satan was the villain in that one. So what's worse than Satan? Death Watsis.
I actually have a question about Cinemassacre itself. Is the over-analyzers ever going to return?
There's so many other things that have to return first, like bullshit and board games and things. So we'll probably have to wait a while, I think, before we get time again.
It'll be worth it.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. How about in the front of the balcony?
What was the biggest thing that you learned making a film on this scale that you didn't already know from making all your other films?
The biggest thing for me, I thought, was like working with so many people, because we work with, you count everybody who's been involved in this film. It's been hundreds and hundreds. I mean, you saw the credits. It's harder when it's more people in some ways. I mean, it's great when you have over 80 VFX artists that all contribute and everything and stuff like that. But on set, especially, it was really difficult because you have so many people and so many different chains of command and everything, and it's kind of harder for me when you have a lot of people. Yeah, because you'd think it would be easier. You'd think it'd be like, oh, you have more people, it would get done faster and everything, but no.
Yeah, every step of the way was like a crash course in filmmaking. I mean, between James and I, we've made a lot of short films and I've produced a lot of television, but like, it's a whole different beast from beginning to casting to being on set with so many people, like you said, and all the way to like what we're doing now, touring and publicity. It's crazy. It's just like, it's a whole lot of learning, for sure.
Hey, Ray?
In your opinion, what really is the worst game of all time?
For me, it's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. The nerd guy.
Hey,
What's
hey guys.
up? Hey, what's up?
I got a question for you. Was there one specific video that really launched the whole YouTube craze? Or
This guy grew up in our neighborhood, by the way.
by the way, Captain Boots look great.
Thank you, dude.
But was there one in particular that really just launched?
Yeah, Beer Man.
It's party time.
Like in general, just that launched the whole YouTube.
Like seriously, who saw Beer Man? Has anyone here seen Beer Man? This guy was in Beer Man, right here.
It was the nurse that told me that up. The person nurse.
Person nurse.
Yeah, I don't know, did you have one?
What was the question?
I just like the video sparked the whole YouTube.
Was there one in particular that really just started, gaining momentum faster than the others? Or is that
I just remember you coming over to your house.
Oh, for me personally.
AVGN? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, each one was more than the last. Each one got more and more popular, and it was like, there was a Karate Kid episode. People liked it. It was like, okay, cool, make another. Roger Rabbit. It's like, oh wow, okay, now people like it even more. Then the Ninja Turtles, and it just like blew up, and then Top Gun, and it kept going. There was like no stopping really. So,
do you even have a ticket?
how did you get in here?
I'm blowing your phone trying to get in.
Hey, here.
Have you been able to beat your own video game?
I did on easy, but it's hard. It's hard as balls. Right here.
You've kept track of how many movies you've made, at least up to Cinematic 200.
Oh, because
So, do you know what number this one is?
I haven't counted, but it's over 400 now, so somewhere in there. Every production, no matter how big or how small, everyone gets a number. All in the back with the cell phone.
How does it feel to have this game finally behind you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That feels good.
Yeah. 7 years, man. Long time.
Yeah.
Long time to do the movie and long time for the. It's been the year of the landfill for sure.
Yeah. Right here.
I noticed early in nerd videos you had Rolling Rock with a label on it, and then you stopped, you had to take the label off, and then in the movie you had the Rolling Rock label.
Yeah.
Did you get any feedback from them particularly?
We had Rolling Rock cleared for this movie, because it was so big, we had to clear everything.
They're Anheuser-Busch, right?
Yeah, but in the Anheuser-Busch, but in the episodes there was a time when, they started off, it was Rolling Rock. It was always Rolling Rock. And then at some point, when I was on game trailers, they were telling me not to use Rolling Rock, and like not to show labels and stuff. I was like, oh, all right, okay, whatever. That was the only time something like that ever happened. And I was like, okay, whatever. What's the matter? It's a green bottle. I don't care what's on it. I'm drinking water most of the time anyway, so I don't get too drunk while making the video. But yeah, then I started using it again recently, so I don't know.
It was Yingling.
I guess.
Local brew. Local brew! Local brew! Philadelphia!
I get the balcony, which I cannot see at all, but somebody in the balcony? Maybe no one's raising their hand in the balcony. All right, go for it.
First of all, I want to say congratulations on the movie. It was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We ever see the return of Snicks?
Sticks! Probably 3 people. No. But I thought about it. I have thought about, making a continuation of it, but it's just on a big list of things that I want to make. Hey, right here.
Are you looking forward to the Nostalgia Critic review of your movie?
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah. Well, I hope he does a bum review. Right here?
Just real quick, did it bother you when the news broke that they were actually excavating a landfill? Because you were mid-production at that point.
Yeah.
Did it sort of freak out the whole project?
I was just shocked. I was like, oh my god, like really? Like how do you even go about excavating a landfill? But
yeah, we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Like they gave us a call.
Yeah.
And they were like, do you guys want to be in our documentary? We're going to be unearthing this thing. So we're like, holy shit, we're actually going to do it this year.
Yeah. But they were like, no, they're not going to do it. Oh yeah, they are. No, they're not.
Yeah, it got called off and on. It was crazy.
It was just a matter of if they were going to find it there. I mean, we knew it was there. Like all the research, it was confirmed like 30 years ago that they're there. But
yeah. But I just think it kind of made this movie all the more magical. It's just like, this whole huge year of the Atari landfill. Our movie comes out and that comes out. But I still think that's a hoax.
Oh, it's a hoax?
I don't think that.
Well, I mean, they didn't find as many ETs as they thought there were.
I think it was like the moon landing and Michael Jackson and Tupac.
Just like in our movie. Everything. So our movie kind of demystifies a lot of things. It's kind of like, that this is a hoax, but it does both. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed our alternate reality fantasy version of E.T. Everything all like alternate reality and everything. Let's go right here.
Sort of a follow-up to a previous question about learning new things. Was there anything you found unexpectedly tedious or difficult while making the movie?
The whole thing. What would you point out?
Good.
Definitely the hardest part of the movie during that Power Pack sex scene. That was the hardest part of the movie.
Hard for you, or
it's so hard. Oh. This guy. Not me. I was all behind the camera hard.
The auditioning was interesting to that one.
I like the male hoot and holler.
Yeah, you pick one. You pick one.
Oh, someone from the balcony, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, how about this guy with his iPhone up recording this shit? That's no way out of stage. No, you gotta understand it's totally black back there. I just assume everyone's a dude. Everyone's a dude.
I was wondering, do you think that your videos affect the prices on eBay?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know.
$45 for a Moonwalker because you haven't watched your video right after Michael Jackson died.
Oh, bad is the new good, man.
Bad's new good. It's typically bad. Let's see what we get. Hey, right here?
I was just wondering, what was it like seeing your movie premiere for the first time at the Egyptian? I mean, that must have been a huge moment for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was huge screen, and a big theater, and like it was just cool to see, because we shot the majority of it in LA, so it was cool just to see all the cast and crew out there, just be like looking over and seeing Stephen Mendel cracking up and like all that. So glad they like it.
Yeah, definitely. It was breathtaking. It was kind of nerve-wracking and a lot of adrenaline. And just seeing you guys laugh at all the parts that we were hoping you guys would laugh at was like the best thing in the world. Best medicine after 7 years of bruises.
Is this funny? Is this funny? We leave it in. Leave it in. We'll
Probably
see.
not.
One part I wasn't sure about, but I knew that the people who get it would love it is the Ninja Turtles 3 reference. When she implodes into herself. We gotta do the Turtles 3, plus we got Robbie Wrist in the movie. Like, we gotta do the Turtles 3 thing. But I don't know, like, a lot of people don't think it's that funny. Or
I think it's the biggest laugh.
I think so.
Hey, do you think for your next feature that it would be a nerd follow-up, or do you have a fresh idea you'd like to pursue?
I don't know how we top this one with a nerd feature.
Deadly Danger Dungeon.
Deadly Danger Dungeon, the movie. Well, I've narrowed it down to like 6 feature film ideas right now, so we'll see.
I think it's going to be Angry Video Game, the movie 2, I Can't Believe It's McButter.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Hey, right here, girl, and yeah, you.
Sean Keegan's not here. He was our producer, and he was really good at saying, like, fuck you, dude, you're not going to do that. His best technique was lying about how much money we had left. We were like, we really want to do this. He's like, we're like $10
We're like, hey,
left.
we got a plane. All right, we need like a cockpit of a plane. We need a tank, and we give all this stuff to him, and he's just like, just the Sean Keegan nod, like, okay, like, all right, and I'm just like, okay, we're not gonna get a tank. How are we gonna do this? And then he just rolls over the tank. It's like, yep, you got it. It's like, how much did this tank cost? And he's like, don't worry about it.
Under promise, over deliver is his middle name. And he's the best producer, I think, in Hollywood. And I wish you were here, dude. Yeah. Yeah, man. Some love over on the outskirts there. Right there, ET cartridge. Is that from the landfill? No. Of course it's not. It's a hoax.
Do you ever get any bad or good or strange comments from your game producers later on after they've seen it, or do they never contact you?
Like people made the games or anything like
Or
that?
anyone produced or
Howard had some nice things to say.
Oh yeah, Howard was really nice. I'm trying to think of another example besides Howard. I can't think of any. There was
some death threats.
No, actually not that often, really. I mean, really not often. I do remember someone who worked on the Doom port for the Jaguar explained to me like the reason why there was no music in the game, and it was basically like a rights issue. So
He was all salty.
you don't understand. He was really helpful, actually. So.
Did you have one, Mike? You remember one?
We got from the kids that
The kids.
contacted us on that.
Oh, really? Oh, we have to tell me more about that. Wow. Let's see.
Up here.
Let's go up. Oh yeah, just ask it. Yeah.
I'll come to the guy who asked 2 questions.
Okay.
Talking about the landfill thing, did you feel rushed since they uncovered all the cartridges to like put out the movie a little bit faster, or was it just the perfect timing?
There was no way to rush it any more than we were already rushing it. There wasn't anything to do to speed it up. So
Breakneck pace for 7 years.
well, it sped up the past since we shot it. It slowed down in 2013 a lot because I had a baby and everything. And I love her and I miss her right now. I'll see you.
come home, baby. Yeah, but then 2014, this year, I mean, we've been just really pedaling on it.
But my second question is, in the seat in the cockpit with the plane, did you ever feel like you had to put in a Power Glove reference, or did that ever cross your mind to do the Power Glove in that seat?
That's all I thought about. I don't know what you were thinking about the whole time during the movie. Doing the Power Glove, like playing Top Gun with the Power Glove?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we would have worked it in there, but I think it was enough just to do a Top Gun reference, you know.
You know what was the biggest stunt for Fantasia? Someone asked why we didn't do anything with the flowers wilting when they come back to life. I was like, that was such a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I just yelled at him. I was like, that's a stupid question.
There was enough things to reference, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray.
Did you actually say the nerds were done just for the trailer?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just to do the joke. Yeah, I mean, we put it in the trailer, and like, they're not going to get this joke until like, you know, when this movie's finished. It was a joke we planned to set up years ago. So now you finally got the payoff. Oh, yeah, let's go up. Demanding. Jeez. The balcony's demanding.
So, was there a deleted scene that you wish made it into the movie that didn't make it?
Totally. Our friend Malin Sarli does some really cool gamer chick stuff. She played an nymphomaniac in the movie that had to have sex right then and there. And we had to unfortunately cut her out for timing.
I mean, we agreed to cut it out. It wasn't like we had to cut anything, but you'll see it on the DVD and the Blu-ray. So there are some things. Some scenes I just went a little longer. Like there's not a lot of deleted scenes, but there's like little pieces that go on, like the 00 in the casino. Like, you know, it's a quick little thing. But she was improvising on it, and she was going nuts. 00 and that was really funny. So you'll see a little more stuff like that. Lloyd Kaufman's got 6 minutes. You can't stop that guy. Hey, whoa.
Hey, so I know we brushed Landon on, you do the Cinemaster website and stuff like that, but now that you guys have done your first full-length, big screen, at the Egyptian Theater movie, that might have been your dream, but you guys have a next big dream.
Adult films.
Just making more movies. I think this one kind of is like the sampler platter of all the different things I, plan to do. Yeah.
Wait for what I do next.
Adult films. All right, just mature.
I just wanted to ask if you knew that a lot of your productions, how much it inspires a lot of small-time filmmakers.
Oh yeah, all the time. I keep hearing that, and I believe it because when I was, in high school and before, you get inspired by reading other people's stories. One of the most inspiring books I ever read was Rebel Without a Crew by Robert Rodriguez, and you hear about all that kind of stuff, and then you think, well, okay, well then it gives you inspiration to do it, because it's easy to get discouraged. You need somebody to lift you up sometimes, and then. So yeah, it's really awesome to know that I'm completing the chain. Now more people are going to be doing this. So I hope this movie paves the way for a lot more dreams to come true.
And as inspirational as it's been for you guys, I mean, just in the trenches for as long as we were making this movie, and just obstacle after obstacle, hearing that stuff from you guys is what kept us going. A lot of it was just, I know for me, it's just that's the best incentive in the world is to hear that kind of stuff. So it's awesome.
Yeah. How are we for the Q&A? Is it right now?
Another hour.
What's up?
When the movie again?
9:30. Okay. Oh, cool. We got like 15 minutes then. So, because after that, we're gonna try to do a signing, but we'll talk about that at the end. Try to get as many people as we can for autographs. So yeah, let's go. Help me. Go ahead, boys. The guy from what?
The Reach commercial?
No, it was a Reach commercial. It was from the game, man. Yeah. I'll have to check that out though. But the inspiration for the shape of the alien was that every time when I've looked at that alien in the game, I always thought like it wasn't his, because it's supposed to be his neck when it stretches. I always thought it was like a mouth. And then that's what we designed. We actually designed 3 aliens. There was the one right here is animatronic, but then we had one that was all foam, and that was just, like we could throw it around. That was the stunt alien. Then we had this one that was a stretchy, and it was made out of like a stretchy kind of like foam, and there was a pulley you shove in it, and then the mouth stretches open, so you see it in the movie for a few seconds. But we wanted to like get it, in your head when you see it. It's like oh wait, that's the real E.T. We're in the back here, I think.
What's your favorite episode?
Oh, the nerd.
Yeah. Big Rig.
Yeah, actually, that was a good one, Big Rigs. I think maybe the second Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde one, the revisited one, because I just thought it was therapeutic to finally say all the things I wanted to say about that game.
What's your favorite? There's only 2 right answers.
Yeah.
Wrong answer. It wasn't. There you go. That's one good one. There you go. I got bitches in me britches. Kind of sounds like an impotence commercial, doesn't it? I've got bitches in me britches.
Can you show us the nerd frown?
Nerd frown.
During casting, you said that there was a lot of actors you couldn't get because you couldn't pay them enough. So I was just wondering if there was any A-listers or something.
Oh yeah, the biggest loss for us, we were trying to get Tom Cruise to play this guy.
Yeah, the salary is way too high.
Yeah, so
if anyone's going to play me, I'd like to see Samuel L. Jackson play me. I just want to see Samuel L. Jackson get mad at a video game. There were some, but because there's all kinds of rates, and you never really know. So sometimes we get like $100 a day, and then sometimes you get $20,000 a day, and you're like, okay, well that's too high for
we
us.
had Little John audition, or
Little John
submit.
did, yeah.
Then how come we didn't put him in there?
We just had so many. It was like
we should have put Little John.
We had so many. Yeah. What? We actually we did an audition one time. With Vernon Wells. Bennett from Commando. that was a really awesome audition. He was amazing, but for some reason we just didn't work out. But we'd love to work with him again though on something else. Hey, right here.
How did you get there created your music for the movie? Did you reach out to him? Did he reach out to you?
Bear reached out to me a while ago about he was just a fan, and at the time I was busy working on episodes, so I was actually like, oh wow, this is really cool. Bear McCreary wants to do some music for anything, for an episode or whatever. So I got to get an episode for him that we could compose music to. And we did the How the Nerd Stole Christmas episode, and I was so we did the music for that, and it was great. And then after that, we were, I think like immediately talking about making doing it for the movie.
He's the greatest composer that ever lived.
And he never stops either. Like right now, the music you heard, supposedly he's re-recorded it, and supposedly it sounds even better than it already does. So
Yeah, big orchestra, Skywalker Ranch. He's actually redoing it all because he's kind of a machine, never stops. So buy the Blu-ray.
What's up?
Are you planning on releasing the soundtrack for the movie?
Yeah, Bear's going to release a soundtrack, and wait to hear the full song of Nerds Before Birds. Yes, before birds. Yeah, let's go balcony. Yeah, I see somebody in the back. The blob balcony. I hope so. It'll be interesting. It's got a lot of work though. So, yeah. Right here.
What is the nerd's real name, or is it just James?
Oh, it's just Nerd. We never reveal it. It's just like it's either not revealed or
It's her.
It's not her.
My fucking father's name is Mr. Swan. You can call me John.
And then call me Nerd. Back here with the cell phone.
You had a chance to redo or reshoot anything from that movie, what would it be?
Chance to reshoot anything from the movie.
I thought that tinfoil ball part was pretty lousy with that stupid scientist. No one knows that's me because I grew a beard. So that's a plug for myself.
Reshoot any scene.
You know what I would do? This is what I would seriously do. That scene with the robot hallway. We never got the timing right on the doors closing. They were supposed to close so ridiculously slow so that he was never safe, you know? Like the robots were supposed to be in a steaming pile of like robot parts and the door would be still closing. That's how it was in the script, but when you're like going fast and you're trying to shoot stuff and you have continuity of robots coming with this thing closing,
It's just people like pushing doors, like
they were just pushing like
this.
But I would have just shot that, stop looking that way first, just with all that action, and just have it close super slow and matching everything to that. But shit happens, you know.
Nothing major. I remember like the scene where our heads are all in the fridge. How we never got like close-ups of everybody. We just did this long dialogue of everybody's head, so you have no cutaways. The only cutaways we had were the flashbacks, but then there were parts where, oh wait, we really want to cut up this dialogue here, make it a little tighter, but you didn't have that cutaway. So then I shot, there was like that inner cut of me grabbing the Rolling Rock from there.
Add some pudding.
Yeah, it's the pudding and everything, so it was like...
I remember telling Xander, I was like, all right, you're going to have to do the whole thing in one take.
Yeah, Time Winters.
And we meant
awesome.
it. Yeah, Time Winters from Gremlins.
One of the most underrated, Gremlins 2, yeah.
Gremlins 2.
One of the most underrated actors of all time.
He was the first and only audition I've ever seen where the whole room gave him a standing ovation. We're like, I guess we got a cast him.
Yeah, usually applause at an audition. Boom. All right.
What was your inspiration to throw the 51 controllers on the front of the front of that, or did you just want to destroy them in general?
That was just
how it works.
Yes, puppy.
Well, listen, guys, just seriously, speaking sincerely, thank you guys for coming out tonight. If you take just one thing from this theater, the Colonial will have you arrested, so don't take anything.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for coming. Appreciate it. I'm going to be signing, but I don't know how, if we're going to be able to get through everybody, but we're going to. You can do it! Yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is.